Hello everyone, Coming Clean here. I'm a high school science teacher here in Stockholm, Sweden where I live, and I know that learning about science can be difficult, but it gets much easier if put in a fun context. That's why I'm starting this new video series called Science in the Skylands. Here I'll discuss different scientific topics in the context of the Skylanders games. The topic of this first video will be dogs and wolves. We're going to analyze a few of these wolf Skylanders, but also give you some fun facts about dogs and wolves. I hope you'll enjoy the video. In this video, I will use Skylanders as my actors, and since there are a limited number of wolf and dog Skylanders, you will see several non-wolf characters in my ensemble. The first fun fact for today is that the wolf packs are family groups. The term pack leader often comes to mind when we talk about wolves, and you easily get the impression that the wolf pack is a group of individuals who duke it out with each other, and the last individual standing becomes the pack leader. In reality, a wolf pack consists of Papa Wolf, Mama Wolf, and the puppies from 1 or 2 generations back. That's it. The parents are sometimes referred to as the alpha couple, but they obviously work more like, well, parents rather than the misconception people usually have about a wolf pack leader. It's worth mentioning that wolves in captivity may show other types of social behavior, and aggression is more common since the wolves at the zoo don't have the option of separating themselves from the pack. All the misconceptions we have about wolves' social behavior probably comes from observations of wolves in captivity. Dogs that we humans have as pets have been bred for generations from some sort of wolf animal to serve some purpose for us humans. Some people refer to themselves as the pack leader over their dog. This calls for another problem. As a matter of fact, in all of the animal kingdom, the purpose with any type of social hierarchy is that it's there for reproductive purposes, meaning that the high-ranking individuals are the only ones who reproduce. In a wolf pack, it's very beneficial that only the parents, the alpha couple, produce the puppies to avoid inbreeding. When the puppies are old enough, they leave the pack to find another individual to form a pack with. Dogs are very intelligent animals, and they are very well aware that you are not a dog. It therefore makes little sense to call yourself a pack leader of your dog. Unless you compete with your dog for reproduction partners, of course. But let's quickly move on from that subject. Let's take a look at one of the figures instead. The first character we're taking a look at is Wolfgang. I guess I'll make the usual disclaimer that I love the Skylanders character design, but they probably didn't design them to look realistic. I am totally fine with that, but we're going to analyze them anyway. He has some very wolf and dog-like features actually. The fur looks about right. His snout looks very wolf-like as well. They are a little bit hard to see, but he's got ears too. Here it is. And another one on the other side of his head. Ears are very important for wolves, obviously. You may have heard that wolves smell much better than us humans, and that is true, but they also hear better. They hear sounds more clearly, and they can also hear frequencies that we don't. They essentially hear stuff that we humans can't. But other than that, ears are also very important for wolves' communication. They can be pointed forwards, they can be pointed backwards, to the side, and all this is part of their very complicated communication system. Therefore, it is a bit unfortunate that some modern dog breeds, many of them actually, like a Labrador Retriever or like my own late Amstaff, Simba, has ears that are hanging down all the time. Not only does it reduce their hearing, it also reduces their ability to communicate with other dogs, because they can't articulate their ears as much as wild dogs and wolves can. It is a bit unfortunate that this is a trait that we humans have selected for. It would be much better if they had these wolf-like ears. We're going to take a look at more figures shortly, but first allow me to share some more fun facts about the wolves. You may have heard the term apex predator, and wolves are just that. This is a term that sounds so much cooler than it actually is. The apex predator sounds like something your little brother would name his imaginary esports team, but in reality, it essentially means that your species is on top of the food web, that you eat other creatures but no one eats you. That is also all it means. It doesn't mean you're stronger, it doesn't mean you're faster, it doesn't mean you're more intelligent, it doesn't mean you're more likely to survive changes in the environment, and so on. Even though adult wolves have no predatory threats against them, the puppies do. Bears and large predatory birds can and will eat wolf puppies if they get a chance, and protecting your offspring is obviously very important. This brings us to disgusting things that the wolves do. For example, when the parents and individuals in the pack that are old enough go out hunting, they take down their prey and eat it on the spot. After that, they go back to their lair where the hungry puppies are, and the mama and papa wolf puke out the partially digested food for the puppies to eat. Yummy! This is not even the most disgusting things that wolves do. Many animals, and predators in particular, have a very keen sense of smell. They can most likely tell by the smell the approximate age of an individual, and can therefore smell if puppies are nearby. Excrement, or poop, is another source for scents that predators can detect, and once again they will know if they smell the poop of a grown wolf or a puppy. Because of this, mama and papa wolf have to make sure that the puppy's poop disappears as soon as possible. And how do they do that? Yup, you guessed it. Your own dog smelling another dog in the butt suddenly doesn't seem so disgusting anymore, does it? But let's not linger at that topic either. Let's take a look at another Skylander instead. And the second Skylander we're taking a look at is Flarewolf. This is another awesomely designed sensei, but he looks much less like a wolf than Wolfgang does. For example, if we turn him sideways, we can see that he has a very short nose. It's very short, as you can see here. Dogs have quite a long nose, partially because of the air that they inhale are supposed to cool off before it enters the body. That's the reason why some modern dog breeds like pugs or French bulldogs have trouble breathing in the summer, because they have very short noses. It's unfortunate that we have bred them to have this trait as well. Another thing with Flarewolf is the way he walks. If you take a look at his hind leg here, we can see that he walks on the ground with his heel touching the ground. Dogs do not walk around this way. Dogs have heels, but their heels never touch the ground. They walk on their toes, essentially. If we take a look at the Wolfgang again, we can take a look at his back leg, and you can see that his toes are touching the ground, but his heel is up here somewhere. This is much more accurate compared to actual wolves or dogs. They walk on their toes. This might seem like a petty detail for me to point out, but it's actually this trait that dog animals share with cat animals that made them so successful predators. So it's quite a big thing actually from a biological perspective. Fireworks combined with dogs, wolves, or any wild animal for that matter is a very bad combination. Dogs are scared away from their owners annually because of fireworks, and wild animals are scared to death also because of fireworks. Of course, it's best not to use fireworks at all. Like I said, it's a very bad combination with fireworks and dogs. And also, don't put your dogs on fire either. That's arguably even worse. That was the first episode of Science in the Skylands. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you might like the videos where I rank Skylanders based on how realistic the design is too. You can watch the first video in the series by clicking here. I plan to make more videos like these about other animal types, but I will also try to cover other aspects of the game as well. That is, however, it for this video. Remember to subscribe for weekly content. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Coming Clean, and I will see you next time. Take care!